What is going on, guys? Noonan here at the MMO Play, bringing you a first look and impressions video into Wind of Luck Arena, a free-to-play MMORPG. Now, this game is a little bit different than most other MMORPGs, is because basically you control a ship in an open world or an open battle arena, and you fight other ships that kind of sail around in the open sea. It's kind of like a game that was out a little while ago that went by the name of Cartuga. I don't know if you guys were aware of that game or know about it, but this game kind of runs along a similar like play style to that game. So we're gonna go over the game we just logged in and kind of check out what the game has to offer right off the bat. So we just logged in, and you can see we could choose from 3 different ships, and with each ship having different stats and different abilities. So you can see we got this one over here, and each one gets kind of progressively bigger. So probably the smaller ones are a little bit faster, um, more agile and faster moving, faster attacks. As with the bigger ones, they are probably more slow moving, but stronger attacks, and it probably goes based off like that, but you can kind of read the stats and basically how test each one and see how they work for you. Now, before we hop into some gameplay, I want to go over some other features for the game, which I find really cool. So this game's not just so pick your ship and go out there. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot of customization and really like unique creation to your ship and upgrading and making your ship and your playstyle unique to yourself. And you can kind of go and build it's kind of like building a character in just like an MMO, but once again you're like a pirate ship. So we're gonna go ahead into Arsenal. As you can see here, you can see the different ships that we have, and you can adjust the cannons, their special abilities, and the equipment and stuff like that. So there's lots of customization in the weapon uses that each ship has. Then we can go to the store where you can buy new cannon specials. You can buy even new ships, and basically just test out and check out different ships that you find might be better for just playing overall. Next, we have the Tavern. Tavern, I believe, is you can hire like crewmates and stuff like that, and they probably give you benefits. I'm not too sure about it, but we can kind of click on it. Nothing really seems to happen, but that's kind of what I assume what they would do. And then we have the tier tree, which is really cool. You can see we have our ship over here, and the more like resources and the more you level up, it seems you can kind of like what looks like a skill tree and advance your ship. But instead of a skill tree like in a normal MMO, you're basically leveling up your ship to have different attributes than what they did previously, and there's different paths and stuff like that you can follow and go, just based on what you really like the most. So other than that, we have achievements and statistics, which is pretty self-explanatory. But we'll go ahead and pick this ship and click battle and go right on in. So as you can see here, we're gonna connect to a random battle. Now I do not know how long this will take, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video just in case if it does take quite a long time. And I'll meet you guys right back in some gameplay. Alright guys, now we are in some gameplay with Wind of Luck, and basically we're pretty much be running around just kind of checking out the gameplay. Now, I gotta say this game getting into a match for some online play was fairly difficult and did take quite a bit of time because due to the lack of player base in this game and it only running in the European servers, um, you really have to hop onto the game and really try it out when it's popular for European time. So hopping on for my time, like Eastern Standard Time, getting on at 9, 10 o'clock is often way too late to get into a game. And I found myself just sitting in a queue for like 30, 20 minutes and just not finding any luck. So a drawback to the game is really the lack of the player base, and basically you gotta hop on early in the morning and really get on when all the European players are online, just due to the very small player base of the game, which it is a drawback, but it's alright. But now that we've finally got into a game, it did take some time. We're just kind of driving around in our boat, and the graphics are not bad. They're fairly nice. They've done a really nice job with it, and I'm impressed. I'm pretty impressed with it. Now, I'm not exactly sure what we're supposed to be doing. I believe it's capture bases, so we have to get into the circles and kind of just hold it. So kind of like capture the flag mode, kind of like Call of Duty or something like that. But or not capture the flag. How should I put it? Like a hard point or something like that. So it kind of reminds me of something like that, where you just gotta like hold the base and then rack up points, as you can see going on up here. and just try not to get shot by the enemy ships. As you can see, they're kind of circling us right now. So let's go ahead and see if we can put our sails back up. I know you do that by clicking, but we're gonna go ahead and see. We don't have much ammo, but I'm not really sure how to fire off our cannons. It doesn't exactly specify. So I'm kind of just pressing through the number keys, and it doesn't really specify what the controls are right off the bat. So that's kind of a drawback. There's not really much of a tutorial to kind of get you used to what's going on in the game. And as you can see here, my ship is on fire. So I'm trying to hold points and it's shooting my ship, and it's slowly burning to the ground. But I guess as long as we can still hold it, we're still getting points. And there we go. Our ship just exploded. Oh well, but I gotta say the animations for this game are pretty nice, and I'm fairly impressed with the game overall. The graphics are not too bad. The water and the animations for the game, they do look fairly nice. It does a good job for what the game's supposed to be. Now, like I said, I wish there was a little bit of a tutorial to the game, and I apologize I'm not too great at the game overall, just because it didn't specify. I gotta look into the game a little bit more, but overall, the battles and basically the concept for battles are pretty straightforward. You gotta hold points, take out ships, and by the end of the game, whoever has the most points pretty much wins. And I assume by winning, you probably obtain more gold, more rewards level up, as you could use and go back and acquire the new ships, new cannons, new troops, and stuff like that, and really to start upgrading your ship and really make it a lot stronger and more suited towards what your play style overall in the different battles. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe for more. But until next time, guys, I will talk to you later. Oh, that ship just exploded over there. Ships are exploding everywhere. Alright, guys.